And welcome everybody. This is another big day here at Lionel. Instead of the usual Ryan and Dave show, our regular dysfunctional programming has been happily interrupted, and I have a new co-host today, Megan.
Hey.
So we've got the Ryan and Megan show today, or the Megan and Ryan show, really, because this is Megan's world here at Lionel. We're going to be talking all about our HO catalog, which we just updated and released this morning. So you can go on to lionel.com. It'll be right there on the homepage. Pick that up and start leafing through it. The cool thing about this catalog, unlike a lot of our other regular catalogs we do all year, most of the stuff that you'll see in the catalog today is already available. So you can call up your local Lionel dealer and place an order and get a lot of this today. But we do have some new announcements in here as well. Some great new kits, a new train set. And Megan and I are going to be rocking through the catalog. We'll walk along through everything with you, and also then get into some details on some of the new products especially. We also have some early samples of some of those things here too, so we can give you a little bit of a closer look at some of what's in the catalog. So give people just a minute or so to pop up and get on board. We've got quite a number of people here already, so it's looking good. Some of our regulars on here. Hi, Garrett. Good to see you again. We've got a number of folks here online and ready to go. So, Megan, should we get started with the catalog?
Let's get started.
All right. Let me share my screen here, and we'll get that up and running. All right. So this is the new 2021 HO catalog. PDF on the website. Help if I roll back over to the right screen. Sorry, I am technically challenged. Okay. Megan, before we get into all the new product, you want to talk a little bit about LVC and the app and what that means for all of our HO sets and product that's out there?
So all of our sets are equipped with Bluetooth. With Bluetooth comes added functionality. One of the new functions is LVC. It stands for Lionel Voice Control. That means you can actually talk into your train, tell it what to do, and it's going to do it. So if you tell it to go faster, go slower, stop, move, it's going to recognize your voice and do what you've asked it to do.
Yeah, it's really cool. And this isn't just on the new set this year. This is on all of our existing HO Bluetooth trains. So if you have one of the existing HO Polar Express sets or any of our other sets, you just download the Lion Chief app. If you've already downloaded that app, make sure you run the latest upgrade, whether you're using an Apple product or an Android product. Run the latest upgrade or download it new now, and you'll have that feature in there. There's a button on the app. You press the button to talk, give a command, and the train responds. It's really cool. We're still working on how to get Dave to respond to Lionel Voice Control, but I don't think we're ever gonna get there.
No, not at all.
All right, let's keep on rolling here. I moved my mouse and I lost it all. Dave is going to say that clearly I am the weak link in this. One of the neat things about our online catalogs is that you can go right into the catalog and view some fun things like very loud video. And so we've been having a lot of fun with that here. And what we're trying to do is bring in the whole world of HO to you. So not just sets and track and trains, but accessories, people, buildings, kits, a whole lot of different products out there. Right off the bat here, we start off with some holiday items and one of our new train sets. And Megan, why don't you tell us all a little bit about the new Christmas cheer passenger set?
So as you know, Christmas is just the most exciting time of the year and one of our favorite things here at Lionel. We have just incredible artists here who do so many beautiful train sets that go around your Christmas tree. This time around, we went with a classic white locomotive with some really classic graphics of Santa and a sleigh. It's going to have your Christmas sounds. It's going to have passenger cars with happy passengers in it. It's a really great and good size set for underneath the Christmas tree.
Yeah, this one really does have a lot of great color to it, and just a nice, fresh, crisp look. I think you and the creative team did a great job pulling this one together. And these will deliver in time for the holidays this year. So that's the cool thing about getting these things out early. We have a few other pieces of Christmas rolling stock and the Christmas station platform as well to add around your tree or on your train display figures. So you can, again, complete that whole world.
Yeah, and you can actually get SledX faster than you can get FedEx because it is in stock.
Nice. All right. We've got, of course, while we're talking Christmas, Polar Express. And a classic set. This has become, of course, our hottest seller in HO as well as all of our gauges. So we've got everything going here. Talk a little bit about this, Megan, while I look over some of the comments and questions.
Polar Express is just the quintessential Christmas set that we carry. We carry it in all lines, and what better line than to be in our HO scale as well. This set has the flicker fleet free lighting.
I'm not the only one who does that.
But that means that when the engine is going around your track, you're not going to see that light flickering or deviating from the brightness in the window. So it really is cool to see it on the track without those flickering every time you may hit a bump or something in your railroad. It's got the classic Polar Express sounds in it. So, all aboard the Polar Express. It's the best part of the movie and the best part of our trains.
Absolutely. And one of the other cool things about our sets is the track that comes with them. And we'll talk a little bit maybe later on about some of our Magnalock track. But Megan, you want to tell them about the track in these, because it's one of the things that really differentiates a Lionel set from anything else out there on the market.
So our Magnalock track is probably the coolest item that we have come out with for HO. This track is so easy to put together that you can literally slide it against the floor, and those pieces of track are going to meet up and create a set for you so quickly. I'm talking a couple minutes to get your layout up and running. So from unpacking it from under the Christmas tree to playing with it, it really cuts that time down. And children as well as adults will have no problem hooking these up.
Some more classic Christmas sets. These are still in stock, though we do have some more coming too, I believe, as well to restock, because we sold so many of these over last year. But you'll have these, you can get some of these now from your dealers, or there'll be more coming for this year as well. Megan, you want to tell them a little bit about these?
Yeah, so the Christmas Express set, classic red and green with the passengers inside, has some really cool Christmas themed sounds in it. North Pole Central is just one of the biggest railroads that we do when it comes to Christmas sets, all aboard, North Pole Central. We've got Santa riding on the sleigh on the freight train. It's a really cool addition to a set to have some additional things to play with.
Yeah, and the neat thing about the online catalog, and I won't click on everything in every video, but you can come in here and preview the sounds for these sets, see a promotional video for the set to help you get started. So lots of neat ways to come in and get more out of the trains and the catalog online than you normally would in just a paper version. Okay, leaving the world of Christmas behind for a little bit, which feels kind of nice. It's a beautiful spring day here in North Carolina. Let's get in some of our regular sets. And the nickel plate fast rate, probably one of my favorites. I think this just has a nice overall look to it. I'm more of a classic train guy, I guess. But really still a nice colorful train. Lots of beautiful detail in these cars. All of the rolling stock in our sets has metal wheels and metal magnetic knuckle couplers on them so that you can easily uncouple the cars, couple them up. If you have other track with track magnets for uncoupling, they'll work great with that. The metal wheels ensure that you get a lot of long use and good running out of the train. So they don't pick up dirt as quickly. They stay on the track better. So we really put a lot of extra quality into these pieces to kick them up and make them a good, reliable train set for everybody. And then if passengers are more your thing, we've got the Santa Fe Cajon Flyer, another wonderful set with sort of a classic Pullman green look. Again, as Megan mentioned, all the cars have the flicker-free lighting. See how I did that?
You did it.
And they're really nice pieces. Also, these cars, you can convert them very easily from truck-mounted to body-mounted couplers if you so choose.
And I do want to point out that the accessories that are shown with them, both are great additions to a layout. They look amazing up against these sets. The colors kind of go together and set the scene for a prototypical railroad.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, this one turned out to be a very popular set with us so far, and we've ordered some more to meet up with the demand. The Army Hospital train set. This was based off of trains after towards the end and the middle end of the wars, when we had soldiers and wounded coming home. A lot of the troop trains that were carrying soldiers off to the ports for war were turned into hospital trains to move them inland for medical care. So there are still a number of Army hospital cars preserved around the country, and we wanted to do a neat set based off of that. So another classic look with the Santa Fe Burke, 3 passenger cars in the set, and then there's an additional coach that you can purchase separately if you want to extend the train. And then we've got the water tank car there as well, which is really a nice piece. Military trains are always popular in all the scales that we do. So again, another fun set.
Yeah, I really like the Army green on this. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into some separate sale rolling stock here. We've got some hoppers and covered hoppers. These are all in stock. These have been cataloged previously, but they are here now and available. As I mentioned earlier, these cars are simple in design, so they're designed for rugged, hands-on play, reliable operation. If you're an operator, you don't have to worry about a lot of details to handle gingerly, but you've got metal wheels, metal couplers, so they run really well and just perform the way you expect a quality model to perform. And that's what we want to do. We want to enjoy the trains running. So in addition to that, you've got really nice, crisp graphics on these very fine and very good looking cars. I've got one of the Reading cars here. Let me see if we can zoom in on top of things. I'm gonna minimize this for a minute, so just bear with me as I move around the monitors here. So you can get a closer look at some of this rolling stock up close. I'm going to bring in this camera. Woohoo! There we go. Picking up the feed.
Extreme close up. Whoa.
So I can't see that on my screen. It's locked up there, but I can see it on the phone, so that'll work. Here you can see the packaging that we use for our HO product. It really stands out nice on the shelf, so you know what you're looking for when you go into the hobby shop to get things started. And if I take this out of the packaging, you get a good look at the car. Hang on, I'm going to make everybody really dizzy as I do this. Should have opened this up beforehand. All right, so we've got nice, crisp detail and graphics, very legible down to the fine print on the car. Really nice model. Metal wheels, metal knuckle couplers. If you have the operating coupling magnets, these will work great with that. So KDs or Intermountains or McHenry's or any of the other brands of couplers, they're fully compatible. and a lot of nice detail on these, but nothing too small that's going to snap off or break off in your hands. Also a great candidate for some extra detailing and weathering projects if you're that kind of a modeler and like to take on a little bit of an extra challenge. These are a great starting canvas for all of that. All right, and let me minimize you. Come back onto the catalog here. Go look at some more rolling stock. We've got a number of great cabooses and tank cars, box cars, as well as some cool flat car loads down there in the other corner. These make not only just a neat load for a flat car, but you can also use these as details around your layout. They look great sitting in a factory or a shipping yard. You can use those tanks and containers for a variety of uses, not just plopping them on a flat car. And they're very economically priced and a fun and easy scenic detail to add. Megan, anything you want to add as I flip around here?
Oh, now you're really getting into what I'm excited about.
Now we get into the new stuff, yes.
New stuff, yes. So this is our all new line of kits. These will be coming soon. So, call your dealers, get your pre-orders in. These are really cool models to put together. They're molded in color. So the colors that you do see on the screen are the colors that you're going to get when you open up the package. They come with paper decals that you can install on the items. And again, those are all designed here by our team. They look really good, really crisp. So a really nice, exciting look at some very colorful and unique items that we come up with.
That's right. And we've got samples of all of these new kits here to show you. Now, all the samples that we're about to show you are pre-production. So they are molded in color and multiple colors, but not necessarily the colors that our kits will come in when they're produced. The molded in colors will be closer to what you see pictured in the catalog. But of course, as kits, one of the great thing about these is you can paint them and customize them any way you'd like. So we built up the samples so we had something to photograph for the artwork here for the catalogs, and also to make sure we can do assembly instructions and all of that. And we've got some samples here. So Megan, why don't we start off with some of the ones you have, since they're
Sure.
They're at the top. I'm going to bring up your closer camera, and let me minimize the catalog for a little bit, just so we can get you bigger on screen here. There we go. We should have the Cape Cod Houses in front of us now.
Correct. So these are a 2-pack. So you're really getting an added value in that 2 are coming in 1 here. This is a really simple build, very basic build, but highly detailed. I mean, it's got the stones on the porch. It's got the fence detailing here. It's got curtains in the windows. Again, very easy build to do. The instructions are very clear on how to do everything. It's a great accessory to add to your layout for sure. And again, highly detailed. Ryan does a good series on Wednesdays, Workbench Wednesdays, where he goes and explains how to customize these types of sets. So I highly recommend checking out some of those previous episodes that we've done, to add all kinds of different looks to these, some trees, some bushes. He does it all, and he does it really well. So that's something you definitely want to check out on Wednesdays to bring these up to the next level. It's a really good starting point, what we have in the sets, but you can really take it to the next level and customize it however you'd like.
Absolutely. And Richard has a great question. Can you light these homes? Absolutely, you can. And we've got an easy way to do that with our peel and stick lights, or you can use other lights as well. But the peel and stick lights are just a great, easy way to add a light to any of these kit accessories. And we'll talk about those when we get into the lighting section again, I'm sure. But really easy to light. The base of those is wide open. You can put interior details in there. I've got a world of ideas running around in my head. I think secretly you guys give me these kits to build in advance for the catalog shoot so that my mind starts thinking and I have to buy them all when they come out, because that's
we need your pre-orders very soon.
Yeah, it's pretty devious, but what can I say? I'll suffer through it. It's one of the privileges of the job. Next, we got a couple of cool little stand type buildings. Megan, why don't you talk a little about these? I know these were some of your favorites too.
These were definitely my favorites. So we came up with an ice cream shop, which is this building right here, and a hot dog shop. As you know, I'm from Ohio, and I'm a huge fan of hot dog shops and stores, and from Ohio and Pennsylvania. So I really wanted to be able to bring that to life here for you and share my excitement of those types of shops. Again, you see a lot of them in the Northeast. Ice cream, who doesn't love ice cream? We came up with a really modern looking design for this with a lot of really cool graphics to put on this building. But it's definitely a classy accessory, a classy building to have on your layout.
Yeah, one of the neat things I like about this, and you'll see some of the graphics when you look at the catalog page, will show you the printed paper decals that you can simply cut out and glue in place on these to create the buildings that we've designed. But if you use your imagination a little bit, these little stands could be almost anything. Print out your own signs on decals or on your computer and label them however you'd like. The hot dog stand even has a neat little interior sticker in it so that you have interior inside that big window. Or customize them into other buildings too. I think you could see a small yard office or facility office, something like that out of these buildings. And that's the fun part of the kits, is you can really make them whatever you'd like.
So this here is the truck stop. It was previously a cafe, decorated as a cafe. Again, has the cool detail here of the window awning. So it's even got a little exit sign on the door. Again, this will come with all the decals that you need, or you can make it your own. Doors open and shut. You can have a little entrance detail here. So highly detailed for as small as HO is. They really do look realistic.
Yeah, this is a nice modern building. I think you could turn this into a lot of modern stores or a convenience store or a restaurant. Again, just a very nice contemporary piece that will fit on a lot of different layouts.
Back out a little bit from this one. Got the fire station here. Comes with 2 trucks. Very cool. You've got these doors at the front here. Really cool bell detail at the top.
And a neat thing about this kit, you can do a little bit of customizing with it. The different floors can be assembled front or back direction, so you can change the window patterns as you like. The big doors on the ground floor in front for the fire trucks, those are positionable, and then you can glue them in place however you'd like to have them, opened or closed. You could have those open on your layout with the fire trucks pulling out, or a nice highly detailed scene inside. There's really a world of possibilities on a kit like this for some extra detailing and fun with the model.
Agreed. The last one I'm going to show you for now is actually one that I did build myself with the help of our favorite marketing person, Miss Sadie. The both of us tackled this, and I was intimidated at first. But after going through the instructions and just seeing how easy it was to put together, we had it up in no time. The pieces are clear to read when you get them off the sprue. You know exactly what you're going to find in there. Everything fit together really well. I didn't have to make any type of modifications or cutting other than cutting it off the sprue. Lots of small details, but again, very manageable and very easy to read instructions. Again, this is something I hadn't done before, to build a kit like this. So I was really excited to learn how to build it. And again, it turned out way easier than I expected. So don't be intimidated when you open up the box and you see, tons and tons of parts. It's really easy to put together. And the doors do open and close on this one. We've got the downspouts. Got the little lights on the side here. So again, very detailed with not a lot of cost and not a lot of time to put it together, just a couple hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very fun kit. And, without the signs on it, it's kind of nice because you can let your mind wander a little bit. And this looks like it could be a library, a town hall, a part of a university or classroom or school setting. Lots of really good potential with a building like this, and one that sort of sits out a little bit different from a lot of other things that are out there on the market. It's not just your typical storefront building.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of cool things you can come up with for this, for sure.
All right, and then we have two more from this page, I guess, that we want to cover here, and I've got those in front of me on my desk. Let me switch out here real quick.
While you're switching around, I can see my mom and dad and brother are watching. So, hey guys.
Well, hello, everybody. Add to stream. There we go. Okay, this is the freight warehouse or freight station. A very interesting kit, neat kit, lots of great detail in this. Also has opening doors on the freight platform side that you can open and shut. There's room in there to make a nice interior. This one is molded in multiple colors. We painted this one gray just because of the way the colors of the kit looked. We wanted something a little easier to photograph for the catalog. But this would be a great one for down by the tracks. Actually very typical of some freight depots I remember from the southeastern Pennsylvania area. Some very nice typical architecture of that with the end windows and so forth. So I think this one's definitely finding a spot on my railroad eventually for sure. And then saving one of the best for last here, we've got the fire station that Megan showed you earlier. So that wouldn't be the same without having a nice burning building to go with it. And we've made some true Lionel improvements into this kit. You can label it however you'd like. I'm thinking on my layout it'll probably end up being a fire insurance company because that's my sense of humor. But you have the ability to light this thing up and give it lots of special effects. And it will come with its own control box to do that. And what you see here on the control unit is there are LEDs all around the base of this that will flicker in random sequences in oranges and yellows and whites and reds to give you a really nice looking flame effect. And then in the top, we've mounted a DSMK smoke unit, which for those who know Lionel trains, that's the same big smoke unit that we put in our high-end legacy steam locomotives. So you have two smoke outputs coming out of this thing. There's a high and a low setting. And on the high setting, it's going to really give you a whole nice bit of smoke in your room. So you'll really get a great effect out of this. The building itself is designed so that the roof just simply pops off. You can take the roof off. This will be sitting down inside. And so once you have this on your layout, you can easily take off the roof to access the pour spouts in there to refill your smoke fluid without any problems whatsoever. The windows on the kit, most of them have a frosted plastic look to them already, so you won't see straight through, but it adds to the effect. Some of the windows are modeled as broken out already, so you'll have smoke coming through the windows and as well as down through the open doors on the kit. Lots of detail, lots of great customization and weathering options with this one. I'm really looking forward to building another one of these, not just the way it came out of the box, but with all of the fun details that it could get and turn this into a real nice showstopper. I think this will be a centerpiece on any layout, especially once you get it illuminated and smoking and so forth. So a really fun building and a great kit, and very easy to hook up and wire too. This will be pre-wired. All you'll have to do is hook up 2 wires, connect it to your power supply, and away you go. Wire a simple switch on that if you'd like to turn it on and off without having to open up the unit, and just an easy piece that'll fit on any layout, or would be a great thing if you have a club layout or a modular layout that you take to shows. This one's going to get a lot of attention. If you're a fire truck collector, I know there's some modelers out there who have great collections of fire trucks with all the flashing lights and everything. Have those positioned around this building. It's a scene that I can't wait to see happen on a lot of layouts. So a real fun one.
I definitely think it's a showstopper for sure. You're going to get, I know he said a lot of smoke, but it really is a lot of smoke. It's going to, like you said, you have it on a layout at a show and everyone's going to come to see it. It really is a great amount of smoke that you're going to get out of that. We really tasked our engineering team and our team in China to come up with something that we could use in multiple buildings, and they really knocked it out of the park on this one.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back into the catalog here. I think we've covered all of the new kits on this page, but we've still got some more fun ahead.
Sure do.
Swing back over to, because it's Friday afternoon, Megan. So
it is Friday afternoon.
Is calling our name.
It sure is. Anheuser-Busch. So exciting.
Tell us a little bit about the license and the product, and then we'll look at some of the projects up close.
So we've partnered with Anheuser-Busch for the last few years in our O-Gauge lines. The team at AB is just absolutely amazing, and they've really let us come up with some fun ideas of items that we can put in our HO line. These are all items that look very similar to what AB has in St. Louis. So if you're modeling to make it look like a replica, these are all very close. The beer garden is something that does actually exist. So all the AB branding, AB colors, really exciting addition. Going to be the first license item that we do in HO.
Absolutely, this one is going to be a lot of fun. These kits were the ones I had the most fun building, and am probably most excited about getting back on my own again and customizing. Let's take a closer look at some of these. I think it all starts with the brewery, right?
For sure.
So, let's bring that up and show that off a little bit.
All right. There we go. This brewery is so cool, and I cannot wait to see it in the AB colors, because it's really going to bring out just all the added detail that comes on this. I mean, this exterior itself is just stunning. It's got, the vats inside of there. It's got details on the floor and on the walls. Once we see it in the AB colors, I can't even begin to imagine how amazing it's going to look. Very detailed. Windows, again, very similar to the windows that they have out on their breweries.
Yeah, the front half of this has a very old world look to it, but it's so fitting for this brand and for this type of structure. It actually worked quite well. And then in the back, it's a much more modern structure with, again, those big open windows and great interior detail. And again, the colors on the molded colors on the final kit will change from what you see here a little bit.
Yes.
But everything you see in a different color will be basically a different color on the kit too. So it won't be like some of our other kits have been, basically a 1 or 2 color kit. If you build it as it comes, you're going to have a lot of nice detail and separate colors right out of the box.
Yeah, for sure. The bright AB red is really going to pop on this.
Mm-hmm. And add some interior lighting and some figures in there, and you've got a real quality scene for anywhere on your layout.
For sure. Yeah, it's anytime that we get to do anything with beer, I'm excited. So the fact that we get to work with this great team at AB on these products was really special for me.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to switch over, and I've got the other 2 new Budweiser kits here on my desk. So we're going to bring that one in. Take that one out. Okay, let's start with the distribution center because I want to give people a sense of the size of this kit because I don't know that it really comes through in the catalog as well. This is a big building.
Yeah,
and it's a good-sized industry for your layout. On the final model, there'll be a nice big Budweiser logo here on this end of the building. The doors can all be glued in position to be closed or opened. And as you can see, hopefully inside there, you've got a wide open interior. So this is just calling out for, again, some interior lights and a nice detailed scene through some of the open doors of workers moving around and about in there with forklifts and you name it. To give you a sense of size, here's one of our HO scale cars in front of the kit. So you can see this is a building that if you wanted to have it looking like a rail served industry, definitely would be right at home alongside the railroad tracks. Also, if you are looking for a background kit, this would be a really easy one to cut down the middle and splice along a backdrop and double in length for a really impressive facility. So a lot of good potential on this one. The roof detail is an actual gravel that we supply with it. So you get a nice textured roof along with the skylights for even more light inside and another little angle of looking into an interior that you can put in there. So this one was, again, a lot of fun to build and was very impressed by the size of the building overall. I think it gives you something that fits right in that sweet spot of big enough to look big and appropriate for a railroad building, but small enough to still fit on the average layout. So then last but not least, this is a kit that I want to spend a little bit of time on because I think you don't get a sense of how cool it is until you build it yourself. This is the beer garden. And what you see here is the complete kit minus the signage. But there is so much detail packed into this thing. You've got, I think it's 7, 8 different tables. Each of the tables has chairs, and then it even includes bottles of beer, plates, mugs, all the details to have sitting there on the table. So you've got a complete scene right out of the box. This one's going to take a little bit of time to build because all these pieces are separately built. You're not just going to snap a chair off a sprue and set it on your layout. You'll have to do a little bit of modeling on this, but it all goes together really beautifully. If you look at the main structure here, that is also detailed. If you can see in there, we've got a whole set of beer taps, more plates and mugs and bottles, crates of beer bottles. We've got a couple of large kegs in the back. So a great little kit. This could be configured in so many different ways to fit on your layout. The fencing is also separately detailed, so you can change the angle, change the size and the dimensions of this very easily to fit any odd shape or corner on your layout. This is one you're going to want to have, though, as a foreground scene for sure, because the detail in here is just amazing. And this is without any extra paint or weathering or any effects added to it. This is just as you see it popping out of the box. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this one, and you'll be surprised how much you get inside the kit. I got tired of putting them all on. There's still more of these little plates and beer mugs and bottles. You get a whole bunch of these things to add. So great for not only this scene, but you can put them in other restaurants and other scenes around your layout too. So this was really one of my favorites, and I think people are going to be really happy to see that one come into life.
Yeah, I can really see some of the figures that we have, adding them to this scene, seated figures and people hanging out, really going to set it apart from anything else you have on your layout.
Okay, let's get back into the catalog here. Now we've also still have a lot of our previous offered kits still available, and we've got these still featured in the catalog. These are very simple, easy to build kits, easy to customize kits. You've seen us talking about these for a while. We won't spend quite as much time on that. We know we've been going for a little while here already, but I want to remind you that these are still there. This is a great time for me to shamelessly plug Workbench Wednesday, starting this week, starting this coming week. Next Wednesday, we'll be starting the first night of our Build With Me program, and we're going to get our kits and sit together at the workbench for a couple of evenings and just chat and swap tips and tricks as we build and customize our models. So I think it's probably going to be one of our house kits that I tear apart and make into something different, but I haven't quite decided which one of the projects we're going to tackle yet. But definitely look forward to seeing a lot of you on there. It's here on YouTube and Facebook, and we do that every other Wednesday, and we talk about all sorts of model railroading topics, but we'll be getting into these kits again very soon. So head down. This is a perfect time to head to your dealer and pick up a kit and be ready to learn and have fun along with us.
Yeah.
Meg, anything in particular you want to talk about on any of these kits, or things you'd like to add?
I just want to point out, you've got the pub kit there, obviously one of my favorites. The schoolhouse kit and the birdhouse kit are very large, nice buildings. Again, detailed for their price, but super easy to put together.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're a first timer into this, these are great kits to get started. And if you're more experienced, these are a great kit to just start hacking away at and turning into something completely different and let your imagination run wild. All right. We also have some fully assembled buildings. So if you're not into painting and detailing and all of that, we've got you covered. You've got some nice houses here. Megan picks out the colors. She does a much better job of it than I do. So she does a real good job of finding photos of real houses that look similar and matching color palettes to get us a nice realistic looking building. And all of our built-ups come with the pre-assembled kits, come with the peel and stick lights. These have a little adhesive tab on the back. You just peel it off and you can stick it inside the building. Megan just did a great how-to video on these. There are links to that here on from this catalog. You can also, I believe, get to it straight from our YouTube page. But she shows how very easily you can add either the light bulbs or the LEDs into any of these buildings, or buildings in any scale for that matter, and connect them to your power supply and be up and running in seconds.
Yeah, it really is a quick 1-minute installation on these, if that.
Mm-hmm. We've got a few more newer kits here as well. The Hitchcock House is a neat one. Really nice, big looking house with the large front porch. The separate sale garages are a lot of fun. We've done some of those on Workbench Wednesdays as well. The move-in in-house is pretty cool. It includes the furniture set that you see down here as well, so that you can have them positioned moving into the house. So that's a great value that you get those extra details. These also work great as interior details in other structures. And fencing, figures, lights. This is where we start to bring the rest of your layout to life for you. And all of these accessories are affordable. They're easy to install. They're easy to use. They're easy to customize if you so desire, or they look really nice just on their own, glued down onto the layout. Megan, want to pick up where I'm leaving off?
Yeah, these are, we've grouped these together as buildings that are around town. Things you see when you're driving around or riding a train, looking out the window. You may see a schoolhouse or a church in the distance. We got a really cool haunted house that would look cool if you added some, green or orange lights on them. People waving figures, again, all things that you can strategically place along your layout to really bring it to life. We also have the traffic lights, the 3-way and 2-way. Again, easy hookup with the switches that come with it. Will only take you a few minutes to install and really going to elevate your scene.
Yeah. And all these lighting accessories are LEDs, so you know they're going to be on your layout for a long time and not have to worry about going in and changing bulbs somewhere down the road, because certainly the wiring on these is very fine, but very easy hookup. All the hard work is done for you. You just connect a couple of wires and you've got a 3-way switch there, so you can change the lights accordingly on your layout. Or if you wanted to automate that, there are some easy circuits to buy and plug these into that out there on the market as well. Go ahead, Megan.
Got the service station building kit here. This kit is cool. It comes with a page or two of decals that you can put on it. Really adds a lot of customization options to this kit. Has the big interior there, so you can park some cars in there. Got the work people figures here, train crew figures. All of these guys are going to look good around some of those buildings that were new that we had shown, like the warehouse or the distribution center, or with something like the locomotive shop that we've had shown. And that comes fully assembled. So it also includes the peel and stick light. So already ready to go for you out of the box. All you got to do is hook up your peel and stick light. They are molded in color and easy to go there.
Yeah, as Megan said, some of these kits do come with sheets. I just picked one of these up actually for myself. This might be my weekend project. This is the service center kit, and you can see we give you a whole big host of signs and details to put on this, probably more than you need for a single kit. So you'll get a lot of use out of those, in addition to a simple to build kit that'll be a lot of fun. All right, so more figures and lighted accessories. The water towers have a blinking LED on top. The clocks and other street lights are great details. You can just never have enough of that stuff around your town. Same with figures. The more figures you can place on your layout, the better, the more it comes to life. And we've got a lot of different painted figures. We also have a very economical unpainted figure set. If you enjoy that part of the hobby, it can actually be kind of relaxing to sit down there at the end of the day and just get out your little paintbrush and customize some people and have some fun and make your own little world.
And there's a sitting passenger figures that I mentioned before that'll look great on the seats at the beer garden. Yeah. We've also got some really cool billboards here. We've got the throwback war bonds lighted billboards that have the vintage signage on there. And then we have a more modern billboard set with, don't text and drive and make sure to wear your seatbelt. Look really good on a modern layout. And then all of the lighting that you need to put around town.
Mm-hmm. All right. Our Magnalock track, we talked about that at the beginning with our sets. That line is still expanding and growing with different lengths of track. We've got our 90-degree crossing that'll be delivering this year. So you can start to make a figure 8. Switches are going to be coming along in the very near future also. We're in the design phase on those to make sure we get all the track geometry right. So you'll have an easy Magnalock snap-in switch to go with all this and really start to expand and grow your layout. If you're a more traditional person, we've got Flex Track as well. These are available in 100-piece cases for building a large layout, or we know that that's how also a lot of our dealers will buy them and then break it up and sell it by the sticks. So you've got that option. You've got the rail joiners, again, in small packs and a bulk pack for those building a larger layout. So you're not constantly running around looking for rail joiners. You got them all in a nice big roll. And our metal wheels and couplers that we include in our freight cars are also available now for a separate sale if you want to upgrade older rolling stock. It's a great opportunity to enhance some of your older models that may have plastic wheels or the old horn hook couplers or plastic knuckle couplers, and you want to give them an upgrade. These are an easy drop-in for most HO model trains. I think we got through the catalog, Megan. You made You made it a little easier on me than Dave usually does, so that was good. But this is only round one. We've got a lot more coming, and Megan is our project manager. She's in charge of the HO line, so she's really been working hard all year, and the best, I guarantee you, is yet to come, because I know what she has up her sleeves for more announcements to come along to here in the next couple of months and a year ahead. So yes, for those who have been asking, will there be more locomotives? Will there be more rolling stock? 100% yes, there will. We're working on new designs, new tooling, a whole lot of good things to come down the road. So, and some other new partnerships in the HO world as well. So there's a lot of good things to come, but I have to stop myself before I let too many cats out of the bag, because Megan will yell at me more later. But I want to thank everybody who joined in with us today. We've had a lot of great comments and questions. I've tried to get a few of them up on screen as we went. Hope that you got to see some of the new items up close and get some ideas. These will be in production this year and delivering all delivering this year. So you'll have them at the holidays, or even in some cases maybe much sooner than that. And as well as many of the items here that are in stock now and ready for purchase. So please use this opportunity to hop on the phone or the internet and call your favorite Lionel dealer and get them on board. If you didn't watch this live with us, if you're catching it later on YouTube or Facebook on replay, feel free to go back and rewind and check everything out over and over again. You can pause the screen and appreciate the detail maybe a little bit better on some of those kits and models. Thank you very much. And Megan, any last parting words to everybody before we close out the week?
Dave, I did so much better than you.
Thank you, everybody. That's a great note to hang it up on. Be safe, be well, stay on track, and we will see you down the road.
Thank you.